Yeah, hello everyone. Tonight we're going to build a Holy Panda switches on a bare 65% Ergo keyboard. Let's type in the command and see if it's updated. Cool. So this is actually not my personal keyboard. This is from the client. So for my personal long story short, I got that yesterday, but I haven't even opened up to check everything, and I feel like I should probably just build this client build first, because I have no idea when I have time to build my own keyboards now. So currently I'm looping the Holy Panda switches using tribosys 3203, which is actually a very thin layer of loop, so it won't kill a lot of tactility of the Holy Panda switches. That's usually what people try to get, but you know what, if you like less tactility, you can actually even loop them with Krytox 205G0. And even further, you can try to loop the stem lag, which I don't really try to loop because I want to just retain all the tactility of the Holy Panda switches, since this is what makes them unique. And nowadays, if you want less tactility, you can always get like penguin switches, or maybe Durable, or even the light tactile from Divinity Key. But there's just so many switch options nowadays. Find where do I have a tweezer. Yeah, where's all my tweezer now? Be right back. Okay, you are here. Hello. You are the only one? Too bad. Friday night, nobody watched stream. Let me try one scene. I don't find something that I want. Never mind. Is Panda also a kind of bear? If so, we are putting the Holy Panda, a special of Panda, and also a special bear into this bear 65% keyboard. It's like coming to the zoo. To the zoo. Well, I haven't chose any keycap set to use tonight, but maybe let's go Bingsu. Yeah, I feel like a lot of first goes to this client's build now. But I'm fine. I think a lot of streamers also had the same thing. They built client's build before their own build. Actually, I built Sync 6.5 V2 first on my client, then on my girlfriend's build. So that's also the first and the second. And this one similar. I built my client first, then my own when I have time. Which is I don't know when. For this client, we still have another build that we will go, which is actually similar to what I have tried already. It's the U4T switches on top of FR4 plate. And also, I don't know when. Maybe likely next Friday as well. Yeah, I think I have a good amount of backlog mixed with my own keyboard build. The only thing right now is if I have bandwidth to have a reasonable turnaround time. So probably I should give my client some disclaimer for the turnaround time now. Yeah, I used to be able to do like 1 to 3 days just because I didn't have a huge backlog, but now I definitely have a good amount of backlog. So I probably should kind of increase my rate to have a better use of my time. I just got some red here on my brush. Okay, let's see how long we shall spend on finish looping this batch of switches. Yeah, last 30. And we already spent like, I don't know, like 15 minutes. On the housing and also the spring and a lot of stems. So a lot of good guide on how to loop switches, but they focus more on how to proper loop one switches rather than how to effortless looping a batch of switches. Yeah, sometimes if you spend like 2-3 minutes looping one switches, you end up taking 3 hours for a keyboard, which will make much less motivated to build a keyboard. If you understand how to spend less time on each switches, then that's the key for a good keyboard building process. People may be in the hack sub-song from Andy, right? Yeah, Andy definitely have a good amount of viewer and also a good amount of sub-song gifts giveaway. Yeah, unfortunately I cried the time with him. Actually, just kidding. I don't think I will even compete with big streamers. But yeah, I find a lot of people who were into streaming were a big fan of AV, the audio video stuff. So they actually have good gear, good PC to actually make a good stream. And I'm not really an amateur for that. I just want to build some keyboard on the stream. Nevertheless, all the stems are looped. Going to close them up one by one. Just finishing up looping this batch of Holy Panda switches. And then we can enter into keyboard building, which we will first loop some stabilizers. We want to test the PCB first, so we will going to unbox this Bear 65, which I haven't showed to the stream yet. And that's a PC unit. I believe this already maybe 100 people get. Yeah, I was wondering what keycap set are they putting on. Also, let me check my inventory of the keycaps that I can put onto this bear. So Olivia used already. DMG used. Bingsu, yes, we can use that. Godspeed. Yeah, maybe too yellow for that. Kitty cat, it's already used, right? Okay, let's use Bingsu. I like Bingsu. It's a good set. And also, it's running R2. So we'll see. switches. Okay, so the plate we are going to use is the PC plate. Yeah, it looks like acrylic, but yeah, it's a PC layer, polycarbonate. This is the stabilizers we're going to use for the keyboard. So how many do we have? We're going to use 5 of them, and another 5 will be go to next build. And this is the parts for the keyboard. We're going to have some extra screws, and we're going to use the feed bumper and the silicone gasket, just because we are going to use the PC plate. And we have 2 thin layer and 1 thick layer. So the thick goes to the bottom, thin goes to the top. And let me just confirm, I actually write that down in the build guide. So if you are checking out what gasket to use, you want to go to the Discord. So we have 2mm silicone gasket on the top case and 2.5mm silicone gasket on bottom case, and we have 2 pack of 2mm silicone. And if you are going to use metal plate, we also have a thick 3mm Polycarbonate gasket on the bottom and 1 of 2mm Polycarbonate gasket on top case. That's for the metal plate. Yep, we are not using that for this build because we are going to use PC plate. Okay, so this is the extra part. Now it's the unboxing for the case. Yeah, so we got really a good looking case. So the Bear 65. From Jackie, the Bear logo. So we have 2 PCB from the client, and tonight we're going to build the one with solder PCB. And then finally, the case. Yeah, let's take it out. It's ready to be built. Let's make sure it didn't really scratch. So put the feed bump on first. Okay, let's put everything back. Okay, so this case we have the shallow Bear logo. It's really hard to see, and we have the fancy Bear brass weight. Okay. So for the production version, on the slot for the feet pom-pom is actually deeper than the prototype unit. So even though the feet were pretty thick, it didn't really stick out too much. And I think people find the Bear Pro actually sticking out a little bit. So that's some problem people thought it could be, but if you're using a Dex mat, it's definitely not a problem. But no matter what, let's put the feet first. Hello! Yeah, I'm still building my plant build first. Don't want to drag this one too long for client. Yeah, I have a huge backlog right now. So better spread out the client build versus myself, and also various of piggy build stream. Not from me, but so many Jackie stuff. What? Yes, people are getting back to the party life now. A lot of people have second shots. Yeah, I did like the feet on the bear, but yeah, it definitely stick out a little bit less than the prototype unit, but overall it's not too bad. Yes, I have the Dex mat. Super cool. Oh, nice. So they must be celebrating on, I don't know, celebrating on graduation? It's the season, right? What? So not about that. Okay, I get that. Students. That was like some old life for me. Yeah, for sure. I think staying in the suburb, the best part is not many people having parties at the suburb. So not like in the city, you can easily get annoyed by those parties. So I'm pretty chill here. Yeah, I can just live in the city, in the San Francisco, or I can live in the suburb area, and I think my heart goes to the suburb. Also, parking in the city is so painful that you never know if people will just try to grab something from your car by smashing your window. Oh, that's why. Yeah, on camera it's definitely better, right? I don't know. Sometimes it's easy to get emotion from other jobs. But yeah, if it's in the residential area, people should show more respect to their neighbors. That's what I thought. Especially late night, right? Before 9, yeah, maybe fine, but after 9 p.m. you should expect people who might need to go sleep. Definitely should show some about that. yeah, residential area, like maybe there's some senior around. You don't want to really make the arrest very bad. Yeah, I can totally understand. Hello! Long time no see. How do you know I have streaming tonight? Yeah. Yeah, who can ignore those noise, right? Yeah, Levi, I'm actually taking this week off. And taking this week off because finally you're not here, I can finally like feel less responsive for people. Yeah, just kidding. I think I deserve some rest after the launch for the config week. So everything goes smoothly so far. Nothing really huge. Yeah, afterwards it's really about the 2 days you observe, then everything goes back to normal. Yeah. I think this week I haven't done so much on what I want to do. It's really just like chill and try to handle all the backlog, like filing my tax return. I'm just so lazy to do that until they finally extend the deadline, and I'm super happy because I can finally use the vacation time to do my tax return. Yeah, even I have various of weekends that I can do, but it's just so much work. Yeah, no matter if you ask your CPA to do it or you use software to do it, you have to collect all the documents. So that's so painful. And the worst part is I think IRS have all your documents, so they should be able to calculate all the tax for you. They still want you to prepare the texts. Yeah, that's still my biggest complaint. I already have 2 GMK Pro to date. No, I didn't have that, but you know, that's worth waiting. Yeah, overall I think it's definitely a great keyboard for the $170, especially at this like layout with a knob. Yeah, I don't think there's a better one. Like the keyboard you see, this one, I think retail it's around $400. Okay, so the PBT Notion, that's definitely great keycaps. Yes, yes. Yeah, good thing about keycaps, especially PBT Notion, it fits so many keyboards. So the best part is you can use on your own keyboard. By the way, I want to show you one thing after I loop all the stems. Yeah, also the PBT Notion is a very high quality one. So you're not going to regret how it generates different sound, even like by a mile better than your current keycaps, because it's thick, so it definitely generates deeper sound. Me too, I don't really need more. I'm selling more right now. Okay, Cherry Brown, the gold switch. Yeah, once you are going away from Cherry Brown, you never want to go back. That's how good they are. Spacebar? Interesting. It could be because of the stabilizers. Yeah, depends on what kind of stabilizers you have on your current keyboard. because maybe they are not really compatible. Also, maybe you are using the wrong one. There is a 7U, the longer one, and there is also a shorter, the 6.25U. Oh, you know what? Maybe if you're using like Razer or something like that, they have a 6U. So maybe that's also something different. Yeah, it depends on your keyboard. Well, be right back. I want to show you something. Kara is my personal one. Okay, so change my camera zoom. Look at this. Wait. Look at this icon, Levi. Yeah, the Figma keyboard. And if you remember all the shortcuts, R for rectangle, yeah, C for comment, F for frame, what else? P for pencil, yeah, V for shape or cursor, S for slice. Yeah, you know what? I definitely suggest that they don't want to have a different color on the backspace. Yeah, original version they want to have a red backspace, and I was saying like that's too much. Oh, this one? You're right. I don't know. Feels like this is a typo error, something like that. Yeah, I didn't fully check, and also I didn't get the final version signed on. I just like get the initial idea of especially the layout. Yeah, I'm not on my garage. He did it on purpose? Why? X because of like how that's different from, I don't know. Yeah, I think Martian knows a lot on that. What? Why? Spamming with symbol is a spamming. Okay, I need to correct my nightboard. But yeah, like Marching is behind other legends, and he wants a simplism on, you know, like the empty modifiers. Yeah, I actually don't get it, but I think he's a designer. He would say so, he would say better. But for me, I still need those modifiers, legends. Just feels weird when you have nothing on the modifier. Yeah, so I moved out from my garage just because how much noise it has in my garage. So probably better to stay here. Actually, I borrowed my room from my girlfriend now. Yeah, this is actually my girlfriend room now for the office room. Yeah, so we kind of like swap time to time, so you don't really just like stay at the same place all the time. Yeah, since quarantine we swap multiple times. And this week, basically, she's also taking a week off. Yeah, that's why I have plenty time to use this room. But we probably will try a mod that I basically can use this room after 7-8 p.m. and she will not need to use the room, and I can try to see if I can use all the desk stuff but just use my own computer. And I will leave my desk mat here. I have plenty desk mats, so I won't be worried about that. But yeah, indeed this desk mat is better for streaming because of how light they are. Like the original one is so dark, so I feel like everything feels very dark. Yeah, I'm glad my Figma keyboard actually has the regular TKL version, so I probably can use that keycap set on other keyboard if I want. The only thing is they are not thick enough. They are pretty cheap ABS keycaps, so not going to give me very good typing sound. Yeah, I hope we can potentially make a better one, like PBT Notion. I actually asked my girlfriend to get that one because you know she's going to Notion, and she didn't connect that with Notion at all because PBT Notion doesn't relate with Notion, so that's not something that really matters. But if we have PBT Figma, that will be totally a match. So hopefully someone make PBT Figma. Yeah, I guess Notion is probably a very generic name, so it's not the same as Figma. It's like a makeup. It's actually not a makeup word. I think people still have Figma on other things. Yeah, I really wish we can work with some manufacturer to do that, but yeah, it will definitely cost a lot to do a custom keyboard keycaps like that. Yeah, that's why WASD keycaps were pretty good for, you know, just like corporate, maybe 50 to 100 orders with the reasonable price. Otherwise, it's too much of investment. Yeah, like you can see PBT Notion, it has such a good price. I mean, comparable compared to other price, other keycaps price. It's because it can sell, you know, like in thousands, because it has a really good designer behind that who has tons of best-selling keycaps on the market. Okay, so let's test the PCB. CRP R4 tomorrow? What? Okay, this week will be my wallet burn for sure. I have so many keyboard or keycaps running now. Okay, I need to flash. My wallet is not ready. I also entered DualShot, which is another one. Jackie Studio. Okay, I need to reset. Where's the reset? Okay, reset. Go Fly is Nike shoes. No, I haven't checked out the sneakers world recently. Yeah, send me the link, I can open now. Yeah, I'm lazy. Yeah, I think not last year. 2019, I was really into sneakers. And I finally landed onto several easy sneaker. And I like my static Easy 350. But last year I didn't even go to anywhere that I can wear my sneaker, so I didn't check out sneakers since then. So this cable works with my PCB now, and I think the problem on the other PCB, maybe because more of my space cable were damaged at some point. What? Is this a shoe? Hands-free shoe? Wow, really some new technology, or maybe just some new design? Not sure if it's for me, but feels like you're wearing just a socks with some band. Oh, I like the idea. It's very easy to wear it. Yeah, it reminds me of those Crocs. Your custom go still didn't work with my beer. I don't know, maybe the cable thing. Yeah, those looks really nice. I might try to get one, since I'm lazy to even tie my own shoelace. So I always just try to step in, step out with the shoelace tight. So technically they are not tight, because if you can step in, step out without tying your shoelace, then they are not that tight. So it's actually very dangerous to do that. But I'm just lazy, so maybe better to get something designed for that. Yeah, I think they usually like start running with maybe just like one small batch or something, really hyped up, and get celebrities or maybe some influencers to hype up a little bit, then they can start selling a lot. It's actually very similar to like the Nike Jordan series, the Air Jordan. And it's very similar to keyboard industry as well. If you sell in a very rare case, then you can sell much more later. We have a keyboard called N165. It was selling for 200 for first, and the price went up to like 2,000. Now they can sell 2,000 keyboards with a blink. Yeah, so tonight I will put my Bingsu onto this one. I think all my other sets either have their home right now. Yeah, the set 75. So they only have like maybe 100 or 200 on the round one, so they went up pretty high in the aftermarket. And the second round they have like maybe 1,500, and they were gone, and I didn't even get a chance to buy that. Yeah, I was waiting on my computer, and they have some random queue stuff, and it went through me, but they end up like have a program bug that throw me out to the queue. I think Bingsu on this bear will be really nice. It's just a pity that I didn't put Bingsu on my own personal PC bear first. I actually put onto my client build first. But nevertheless, they are all bear. I love them all. No matter it's my clients or myself, I like using my best keycaps to put on. Yeah, I actually get into the queue twice, and both times I add something into the cart and try to check out. They just show me the now page, the no, NULL no page. I was like, is that some program joke? Because I know what does that mean, but I just don't know how that happens. And I try to even open up the developer console on the Chrome, and suddenly I don't really see a good trace. So I have to retry, and the second time I got the same thing. Kick out by the now page. I know they fixed later, but I feel like if you have 1,000 or 1,500 keyboard to sell, you can use first come first serve. I don't think it's really a problem to run that many keyboards with first come first serve. I feel like if I get that first come first serve, there's no chance I don't get it. So that's the only thing. But I don't think I'm the biggest 75% fan. I just want to have a try the best keyboard of 2020 or 2019. But I know one day I will be able to get those keyboards to try. Like on the past Wednesday, I actually tried the Keycaps number 2 stainless steel version. Which retails at $1,000 already, so pretty happy about get a chance to try that keyboard. So keep all the good keyboard coming. I will treat them well. Okay, so we got the stabilizers working, and we want to have maybe just add some loop. And then we want to test the stabilizers before soldering, because anything that come out from this testing will be the problem after soldering as well. For example, flipped stabilizers. Yeah, once again I did that mistake. Yeah, it just happened that Durock stabilizers, you can flip the orientation of the stem without realizing that, unless you did the test. Yeah, really strange. I feel like they should not allow this happening at all. Wait, did I do the wrong one? Okay, I just make the correct one incorrect and keep the incorrect one incorrect. Yeah, this is how easy to make mistake on these stabilizers. Yeah, so this will be the exact version like White Cat. the Holy Panda switches on PC plate. That's what the client got. Client got actually 2 PC plates, and I definitely suggest. Okay, did I still get it wrong? How is that happening? Yeah, so Ruby, yes. This was not good experience doing. You know, Bobby actually also hate doing that, so maybe he will ask me to do one of his keyboards. I will see. Is that the bear full of BRB? Yeah, I hope he will send all the BRB keycaps for me to put on. Yeah, Oreo is doing great. I don't know how would I share that. The easiest way is just using my iPhone. Let me see how easy is it to do that. Okay, did I get any alerts? Why is skip frame? I didn't do anything. Okay. Let me check. Is that possible for me to show that? Okay. Let me see if I can do that. No. Okay. Yeah. So that is Oreo. She's just eating. All the grass I gave her. Yeah, she's like eating every day. And she's just so cute. Yeah, I should set up the Oreo cam since I came back to this room. Next time, I will probably set up. Since Oreo cam seems a fun way of not having a boring stream, because people can always just watch Oreo for the whole time. Yeah, she's so cute. She even now follow us when we go back and forth in the rooms, because she coming with us will get some food, bonus food, like small tomatoes or some cucumbers, since we are giving her some of that. So she's so cute that she will just follow us around the house and sometimes get lost, so we have to lead her back. Like how to get back to her home. Sometimes she's confused. Yeah, that's a good idea. And ask Jackie to do a 65% guinea pig. A large enough small animal. So it's a large enough small keyboard, right? 65% has everything you need. But yeah, Piggy is so nice. I hope I can potentially get a Piggy before GB so we can show some more photos with the compatibility of the keycaps people are interested. Yeah, too bad I don't really have any CRP or beige keycap set right now. Me too. I don't know what he will do differently on the 65%. Look at how this 65% is. The Alice 65%. I don't think I've seen such good 65% Alice. The Arisu layout is I'm not a huge fan of that. I don't feel like they are beautiful at all, to be honest. Okay, testing stabilizers. Yeah, feels like in the Wildcat latest video, it's the same configuration, right? PC plate with the black PCB. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's definitely a very hard one to solder. Jackie always surprises us with some good design, good keyboard. So I won't be too worried about what he will come up with. The only thing I will still worry about is how Jackie will be able to achieve the lead time he mentioned for the Piggy. And I think that's so good when you can potentially achieve, you know, like 4 months, 5 months of lead time. And I think the last one, the first group buy I joined is called Heavy Metal Keyboard. And the selling point of that is the bent metal, so it should have like around 4 or 5 months of lead time. But reality is it hasn't even produced when 4 or 5 months started, since start. So it feels like a scam for people, but yeah, I know it definitely gets produced right now. But I was in that group buy, and I'm like a little bit disappointed about that. The Stella 65, just streamed by Teha, right? I think I'm not a huge fan of Odd RGB or Underglow from the Polycarbonate. It feels to me a little bit too much, but I know there's definitely a market for that. Me too, especially it's I won't say it's a very normal 65%, but yeah, it's a 65% with mainly RGB Underglow. You saw lightning? Yeah, they are built one today as well. But indeed, I think Space Cable knows what people want. they know this is a good market to enter. Okay, all the Holy Panda. Panda bear. How nice they are. I think the next big rabbit hole for me, not artisan, maybe the custom cable. I think I'm in different group buy of that as well. It's mainly to match the keycaps, but I don't know if I should do that. Since technically it doesn't really matter for what cable you're using, and you are probably changing the keycaps more frequently than you changing the cable. So it feels like another rabbit hole. Yeah, hopefully. The things like I enter those group buys and I haven't get anyone delivered, so I don't really keep track of how many I was in. And similar to the desk mats, yeah, I don't know how many desk mat I was in. Not like keyboard or keycap sets, there's always extras I want to get, so I try to get them. For the cable, for desk mat, I haven't tried to do, you know, extras or maybe aftermarket options, but yeah, definitely they are not more expensive than retail, so potentially you can always get those one with a reasonable amount of cost. The only thing is like each one costs not very little. But artisan is definitely a rabbit hole. Confirmed. So what's your thought on putting your artisan keycaps onto the macro pad versus putting them into a artisan box or tray? Well, probably you won't have too many macro pad that can put all the artisans, and also you probably don't want to have it collect dust. So for artisan keycaps, it depends, because most of the time their cost is about like cost is like maybe 60 to 80s, but you always have to join the raffle, not fight, but just try your luck with another several hundreds of peoples. Hello, welcome to the stream. Yeah, so the raffle actually, yeah, even you win the raffle, you are still paying that. So it's not giveaway. You're not like skipping paying that if you win that raffle. And the chance you win a raffle is actually not very high usually. And if you win that, it's something that you can definitely like enjoy most of the time, because you probably have what you want when you join the raffle. But sometimes you just like keep joining until you have enough inventory to trade with some better option that you want. So at that point you are just joining too many. Yes, aftermarket were so bad. So this is Holy Panda, not Glorious Panda. And I think clients don't really like the Glorious Panda for sure. And Holy Panda just the OG. Actually, it's not OG, but yeah, it's the mode that's supposed to be the original. And Glorious that they recover the mode, but I don't know if it's truth. And I can definitely hear the sound difference of Glorious Panda and Holy Panda, and also how Holy Panda doesn't have this like leaf pin, while Glorious Panda has one that cannot easily get away of. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if any of my clients were also player. If they are, that would be super cool. I think the famous also player on Twitch, he made his own keyboard somehow. Yeah, but he definitely spent a long time to make that board. But that's a satisfaction 75% with some custom firmware from Upas. So that was an honor. So I'm currently building my own personal page to summarize all the information that's possible to have, and also trying to maybe make a Discord server. I don't know whether that's actually useful. But yeah, some people in YouTube channel ask me if I will get my own Discord server so they can get alert for. And currently I'm just like posting all my updates from Jackie's server, which is basically the designer of this Bear 65% keyboard. But to be honest, I don't want to disturb people by pinning them, so it ended up with like very chill location for me to post information, not that aggressive. But maybe if people want to take more aggressive route, I will be able to do that. Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, that's a good way, but I don't know if people will feel like a little bit strange to have someone in the Discord. And also I want to just put more information and maybe chat more stuff with people. I don't know, could be an interesting way to experiment first. Yeah, like sometimes people want to know my collections. I can show them easily by posting those information in my own Discord if I have one. And also flex. I want to flex things, but I don't want to spam Jackie's server by doing that much flex on that. So yeah, I was thinking about that a lot. And I will experiment. If my own Discord server doesn't work out, probably I will just go back to the regular way of pinning those in the famous Discord server, Jackie's. But yeah, very lucky to get Jackie, son of having me in the Discord server with a channel. That's really an honor to have that. Cool, so we got this PCB that we need to solder. Let's start soldering. See how quick we can solder. Yeah, so for this PCB, I already tested, and usually you will need to solder the corner, especially for a polycarbonate plate. Like, it's so flex, so it never gets very attached to the PCB. Give Oreo treat. Yes, I will. Right after soldering, I don't want to have my dirty hand touch her. Treat time is always fun. So maybe I will just use this chance to set up Oreo cam after the soldering. There's never a later time if you are not going to do it, so better to do it now. Yeah, you can hear the click sound if you can, and that was when you try to like tighten the distance of the PCB and the plate when you're soldering the corners, the centers for such flexible plate. What's your favorite board that you've tried or own it, or is the client? I think still the Vega 65%. That's still my favorite keyboard. Actually, it ties with the polarized that I still have. Just because how the Vega or polarized typing feeling is gold. But for this beer, it definitely wins my most beautiful keyboard. The one I'm building right now. This is for the client, but I have a prototype that I work with the designer Jackie to get that. And so far I don't think I have any other keyboard that I can say more beautiful than that. But you know, it's always subjective. So not like you can say this is the most beautiful for everyone. It's still the most beautiful for myself. That's why I started like the group buy and also start connecting that with Jackie. Okay, Oreo cam. So since I haven't started working on this Oreo cam for a while, I probably need to do a little bit more work. Yeah, I need to adjust a lot of things for the Oreo cam angle, which is actually interesting one to share as well. I'm basically like writing my own software to show the full screen viewfinder, and after that I can show the whole camera feed. And I don't know, because of the iOS license, it kind of like doesn't work after a week of building. So every week when I stream another time, I have to rebuild that app. And since I moved to the office room, I haven't used my iPhone as camera, so I haven't built that app for a while. But yeah, building an app is very quick. Okay, soldering this guy definitely takes a while, just because how the stripping Holy Panda is a little bit annoying, but you know what? That's why client needs me to solder that. Yeah, if it's easy, everybody can do that. But yeah, like after every switches on the corner, on the side, it's possible they are not fully secured. So it's definitely best to push them in. And you can kind of do in like a binary way. Just not do one by one. Do the center first, secure the center, and secure the quarter part. Yeah, strippings were, I won't say bad, but annoying. Strippings and also PC plate. Nothing super secured. So it end up with some, I won't say difficulty, but just a little bit more effort to make it right. Yeah, but I like the challenge. Yeah, if you just always do something you already know, it's not really fun. And I won't really do this keyboard build with a hot swap, I mean Mumax socket, just because how Holy Panda switches are stripping don't really work well with Mumax, I guess. Maybe it works, but yeah, I'm still a fan of soldering all the Holy Panda together. So most of my solder only builds were Holy Panda switches, like the one I have for number 1 60% kickout, and also Meridian and old Polarize. I actually sold that build to other people because I figured I have so many Holy Panda switches built. Just so many that I don't feel like I need any Holy Panda more. So I decided to sell the whole build. So if people want to get a Holy Panda build, they already have that. They just like plug in and play. So yeah, I agree, for Holy Panda, it's a good idea to solder. So the spacebar definitely wiggle for this build because there's no 5th pin, 4th pin for the Holy Panda. So potentially we need to put on the keycaps to try that later. So we know if it's straight and also whether it's like sluggish to return or anything. But definitely something to have a try before we cut it down. Yeah, actually looking at my solder mat, I cannot imagine people using their desk mat for soldering. Unless they call it a soldering desk mat or soldering mat directly. Because there's so many scuff stuff on the soldering mat. I mean mainly for the flux that's jumping out. But yeah, there's something probably hard to clean on your desk mat. So that's your soldering mat, right? Yeah, interesting to know how people choose their soldering mat. Is that because they are already scuffed, or you don't like it anymore? Or just at some second, they were soldering mat, so they become soldering mat forever. Okay, that's a good reason. It's a toy for both you and your cat. I mean, your cat chose that first. Or your cat chose that for you. Yeah, so this morning I got some vintage black switches. And I didn't get the 3-pin just because of how much hate I have for the 3-pins. And I don't even know why they are more expensive than the 5-pin, but people said it's probably because of the scarcity, because they are just like more rare rather than the 5-pin. But from the quality wise, people said the 5-pin is actually more smooth. So cheaper and smooth for the 5-pin pre-1994 Vink Black. Yeah, I figured worth to have a try. But I don't know how bad they are and how much time I would need to take for cleaning that, and also lubing and filming, and like maybe cherry picking and figure out whether they are worth the price. Yeah, they are actually not much more expensive than the Hyperglide, so I don't have a huge expectation for that. I just figured for the next following, like, you know, aluminum keyboard, aluminum plate build, I feel like I want to go with the Wind Black. Yeah, I heard the stripping were not that good. I don't know if it's because of the machining or just because coincidentally the batch of stripping were just so bad for people to say bad word about that. But yeah, definitely some correlation between that. Okay, wait for the Hyperglide Cherry MX Clear. You know the Cherry MX Brown, the Hyperglide version, the swag keys were sold out just because how Hyperglide the name is. I mean, I heard they are sold out. Maybe they are not, so I could be wrong. But interesting thing is people really want to get the Hyperglide Cherry MX Brown. I don't know, people still like Cherry MX Brown as long as they got retooled by Hyperglide version. Yeah, at the end of the day, people just try to go back to what's originally available, like the Cherry MX Black for the linear experience, and the Cherry MX Clear with lighter spring, the Ergo Clear, and the JWK version for that. So it's really nostalgic, right? After full circle, people go back to the original thing that they can get from the custom build. Or maybe even not custom, it's just like the old mechanical or old keyboard in general, because the old one were just mechanical. And the new one getting popular because of the low cost, not because they are better. I'm not talking about a custom keyboard, it's just like the keyboard. Yeah, Retool Black were just so good that they are cheap, so you can always cherry pick the good ones. Oh, you even broke in them? How long do you need to take to break them in? Yeah, so for people who don't know what breaking means, I mean, it's similar to the general breaking your shoes. You have to take some time to type on the switches to make them less scratchy. So when you're starting looping them, they can become at very smoothness. But it takes time. Wow, 5 months of daily use. I don't think since I entered into this hobby, I spent like 5 months on anything continuously, or maybe like in total. So I was changing. So nothing I really spent 5 months with. Okay, let's test the connectivity first to see if there's any key that I forgot to solder. Okay, all the keys are working. Yeah, I didn't enable VR onto the stream, but yeah, they are working. And now I'm testing the stabilizers keys. So the same thing, I want to test whether they are straight or not and how will they return. Yeah, I think I probably broke in my Cherry MX Clear switches and I sold them for really cheap price because I don't know what broke in means. Yeah, I will definitely do that. I just need to make sure I finish soldering because I know how bad like this soldering is. I mean, I'm not talking about how bad I'm soldering. I'm talking about how bad 3-pin Holy Panda is. So yeah, we will see. I'm just getting some keys to test the straightness. Okay, so need to reflow something, and after that I will give Oreo a treat and maybe get the webcam set up for Oreo. So the reflow means I have something not really straight and I want to straight them. So for example, these two keys were not fully straight. So potentially just heat up the solder and try to readjust from the other side. And also while you're typing, you will feel like they are not like straight up and down. So that's also something like you can fix by doing this step. And you don't want to put your solder iron onto the PCB for too long, but I mean overall not too bad, but still better to test and make it working before fully close the board. Okay, so I think we can wrap up right now. Okay, so the next step, I will take out the soldering mat and all the soldering gear. And then I will wash my hand. I will come back, set up Oreo cam. Then I will give Oreo a treat. That's the plan. thank you, Levi, for asking me to do the treat. Okay, so wash my hands. Okay, setting up our cam shouldn't be too long. Hopefully my cable of the phone is longer enough. Okay, I need to quickly, I know how quick I will be able to do it, but yeah, that's some time investment. Okay, so I don't know. Yeah, let's try basic version first. take some time for my software to upgrade. So probably not going to be able to make it so good right now. Okay, I don't know how. Okay, something. Okay, treat time. Actually, you know, she learned how to treat on the mat. Okay, the camera angle can be down a little bit. Yeah, so we already opened up the gate for her, and thanks to my girlfriend, she did a lot for training her to be not afraid of us. Yeah, I don't think she will, or she needs to be afraid of us. But yeah, let's keep building the bear when Ariel is enjoying her treat. Cool, so we are going to open up the case, and I need to check if I have the right screw head. Okay, I think she finished that, but she probably didn't know. So maybe she will try to find if she can get more treats somewhere. But yeah, this treat is actually good for her health as well. So just not like a trash food. And I'm building my better camera as well. Okay, so let's take off the case after we unscrew all the screws. Yeah, so the production version have all the alignment pin, which probably make my dream of using the bottom of the PC case and also the aluminum top case like not be able to come true. Okay, so let's put the gasket on. So we have the, which one is the secret one? So these two are Yeah, probably still better to label something together, but yeah, if you feel the thickness, this is probably thicker, this is probably less thinner. So these two thinner version, these two thicker. So let's put the thicker onto the bottom. Okay, so the camera is built. Let's see. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I will probably debug later. Yeah, I've been having trouble after upgrading my system to the latest. So this is good so far. Let's not worry too much about that. As long as Oreo is in the window, even it's not the best quality, it's a win. Okay, yeah, I can definitely feel the silicone gasket is much firm than the Poron. So it's all about your preference. But yeah, for probably PC plate, it makes sense to use the silicone just because how the Poron is so flex. But actually I get a little bit trouble of peeling off without losing the... Okay, now I know how to do that. Just need to peel again. Okay, time to get higher for the angle. I don't know, she's either waiting for more treat or trying to see if, yeah, she's drinking water. Okay, no problem. Yeah, take your time. I think you already know how to build a bare keyboard. No problem. I will have the watt. Yeah, thank you for chiming in the stream. Good night. Yeah, hopefully everything will be built without problem. So far so good. Tweezer will be helpful. So this is the thinner version that we put onto the top case. It's already 10:20. Okay, it's a little bit too late. You missed the treat? Yes, but you get to see Oreo all together because of your treat request. The Oreo cam is here. Actually, where is she? Exercising at this time? What time is it at your place now? Oreo is hiding. Unless we are giving another treat. But I don't know if we should give too many treats in a single hour. Past midnight. Have you get the vaccine second shot? I know there's rumors saying if you are more healthy, you'll probably get more side effects. So not sure if I want to exercise to be better health at this time. I'm probably just lazy and trying to find an excuse, to be honest. Took you out for a day, wow. Yeah, I should expect that happening for sure. So not like something surprise. Hey, Oreo? Okay, she's not responding. Yeah, I'm just getting my first dose this weekend. I mean, the upcoming weekend. Actually, it's just like 2 days later. But definitely better than getting COVID, yes. Yeah, if you can just like fall asleep and getting better, it's actually quite nice somehow. Yeah, you definitely don't want to like have emergency so that you have to go emergency room. Okay, we probably can hide the chat box and move the Oreo cam here. Okay, so the keyboard case can be closed now, and let's add the screws. Yeah, side effect is side effect. They exist to tell you your vaccine works somehow, right? So I'm not 100% sure that I want to have no side effects, but I hope just like less side effect than I can take. I know it's more like an investment. So as long as it didn't make me life-threatening, I probably want to take that risk. Yeah, but speaking is easy. When it really happens, I know how I will feel. Okay, Oreo is peeking out. Not sure if she's like trying to find anything. Yeah, I think we can get Oreo cam a little bit bigger with the room we have here. Ah, too big. Oh, Oreo's out. What she's looking. Actually, Oreo's color is really popping out. So black and white, nice color. Yeah, so for this case, because we don't have screws around the front side, so it's not like you can 100% close it, but it's not end of the world. And we got the case ready. So this is the bottom looking, and once we turn on the underglow, it will be different. and we need to remove the switches that we are not, the keycaps that we are not going to use. A bunch of keys that we don't really use, but luckily we got the white keys here, which is something that we are going to use after all. And the keycaps we are going to put is called GMK Bingsu, which is a Korean dessert. Yeah, we will see how that looks like after we putting everything all together. Where's my keycap set? I hope I don't alert Oreo. Yeah, she's going back to eat some hey, yeah, not hell. Hey, hello Oreo, what's up? Yeah, I wonder how the PC plate on PC case will sound, and for this Holy Panda switches. So even though the plate and the switches combo already tried by White Cat, this specific sample of like even the case is not tested. So let's see how that works. And to save some time, I will try to use both of my hands put on the keycaps. And mistake is expected. And it's pretty late for anybody in the United States. So if it's late for you, it's fine. Okay, how about this angle while I'm putting the keycaps? So for this keyboard, we have two letter B on the bottom, one for left hand, one for right hand. Since I'm right hand guy, okay, never mind. I still need to find a key around that spot, just because I definitely use the right side. It's not end of the world if I don't find one. Yeah, the white arrow key is definitely a good. So luckily, the Bingsu accent color is the same as the base alpha color, of GMK Olivia, so I can definitely use my extension kit from Olivia for the space bars. So another time, another Olivia bar saved me. Last time it happened to GMK Ursa, so the Ursa also had the same thing. Okay, I don't have a good artisans. I mean I have one. Should I get that? Well, probably take less time, so let's just use whatever car key. Yeah, delete is a key that works here. Okay, so this is our keyboard finished. Yeah, you can see we have the GMK Bingsu with Olivia spacebars on the polycarbonate plate and also the polycarbonate case. And this is the back of the keyboard. And I like the weight a lot for sure. This is the brass weight. So make the keyboard a good amount of weight. And let's connect our cable and see if we can configure the underglow. Yeah, the underglow is actually subtle, so not likely you are going to need to change anything big. Okay, so let me just configure the keys for my like. Yeah, I don't need a caps lock, it will be my left control. And escape, this is also escape for me. Oh well, maybe just escape. Delete. Yeah, these are all the regular keys. And let me change my layer 1 so that I know how to navigate. Okay, should be ready. Now I can change Rgb mode. Okay, so this is the Rgb mode that make the keyboard do the rainbow pattern around. So from the top, you will just see a little subtle change of the color rather than the full color change. Yeah, I think this amount of underglow with the polycarbonate case is good. You don't need too much. Okay. By the way, I probably want to do the typing sound test, so real. Time to say bye, and chat box, do we want to go back? Yeah, maybe it's fine. So let's go to the typing test website, monkey.com, and let's just point my microphone down. Yeah, so this is basically what we put together today. The BS65% Ergo layout keyboard with Holy Panda switches on polycarbonate plate with solder PCB. And we are using GMK Bingsu for the better typing test. here is the mod sound. And here's all the mods with stabilizers. And yeah, all the keys were pretty aligned together after we fixed that by soldering session. And yeah, so overall I think it's a little bit plastic sounds just because of the polycarbonate, but people probably liked how the deep sound has on this keyboard, and it doesn't really sound too much hollow just because how Holy Panda switches were super loud, so it didn't really show all this hollow sound if you really try to catch that. And about the keyboard flex, because we're using silicone gasket, so the side flex are not a lot, but center, yeah, because we're using polycarbonate plate, you can still see the flexed. So I would say this is good amount of flex, but I don't know if people will feel strange when they are typing on our Holy Panda switches. But overall, this is a good build overall. Actually, I said overall twice. Anyway, let me try to clip the typing sound while I'm doing this again, so I can share that if people wonder how Polypanda on polycarbonate plate and PC case sound, they will be able to do that. So let me try to open clip. Stream manager, yes. Okay, typing sound, take 2. Cool, yeah, that's pretty much it. And let's try to wrap up the stream since we are going to go back to sleep. And have a good night, everyone. Yeah, final look on the keyboard. Let's see if we can focus on that. Yeah, the final frame to show how the keyboard looks. Checking out. See you next time.